Hello and welcome to another video. So slightly different one for you today. We're going to be looking at the replay from a Ferrari fixed race I did where I got killed twice, and I wasn't going to do anything about it or show the incidents, but because of the guy giving me abuse afterwards and trying to blame me, I thought I'd make a video out of it. So we'll get straight into it now then. Right, so let's just watch the replay from off board from the start of the race here now then. So what we're looking for, just keep your eye on the yellow car, just to see how he's driving. Said because he takes me out twice, once a pure accident, second time 100% his fault, another accident but clearly his fault, and he blamed it all on me and had a go at me, even though that's the second time he's took me out and we were right at the back. So you see he makes a mistake touching the car in first into turn one, so that gets us the run now. So we managed to gain a place on the white car, and watch us move to the left, and he moves late, so we move back to the right, and he starts to come across late, but fair, but very aggressive defence there, moving fairly late, but, you know, fair. So, watch now, we're following him round, so we pull away, so first lap or so goes alright, but as you said, just watch the way he defends, he's very aggressive with it. As I said, there's nothing wrong with it, but he's on the line of moving the car a lot, and obviously this is possibly us putting him under pressure is what causes his mistake, which actually at the same time we do make a mistake as well, which you will see. So just coming through the final corner now on the first lap, so both totally fine now, so there's a gap between us. So he said you already seen him make contact with the car at the first corner, so he was very aggressive into the first corner. He then defended really aggressive against us. He's missed the apex there, very close to the car ahead, so he's not doing anything wrong, but you can already see his driving is very aggressive here, which especially first couple of laps not needed. So again, we're just trying to stick with him, put him under pressure, so we have actually dropped off a little bit at this lap at the moment. See the white car in front's very close to us as well, so, and I think the car behind started to catch us up soon as well, so there's four or five cars here in a little battle as this is going on. You see we get a better run out of there but just touch the grass, but we've closed in on him coming to the final corner, and then we get a much better run round the final corner. He runs wide and has to brake. So again, he's naturally going to defend, we expect this, and he's defending much better this time. He moves much earlier, he doesn't react, so we move back across and he stays on his line this time, so much better. We go for the cutback, but he keeps it there, and he did just leave us space if we did want to stay on the outside. But again, look how reactionary his moving is there. Like, he only moved left after I'd moved left, and if I hadn't backed out early on the outside, he'd give me no space as well. So again, I think you can argue that that's fair, but it's right on the line what he's doing here. So you can already see the type of driver he is, you know, but as I said, I don't think there's, you know, it's fair. So I've got no complaints up to this point. I'm just noting it and being aware of it, that if I do go for a move, you know, I've got to be careful about it, because we've seen that he'll attack aggressively and he'll defend aggressively, which is totally up to him. And then coming up to the final corner now, you're going to see we both make a mistake. So we come in trying to get a good exit, get too much curve and get pushed wide. He just carries too much speed and goes wide. He then spins, we try to avoid him, but unfortunately we can't, and we end up on our roof. So these sorts of things happen. So we end up having to tow to the pits as everyone comes past, and then we decide to come back out after our fast repair. So let's just skip ahead to that now then. So we're just coming out of the pits after our fast repair now, so we're a lap down, we know this, so no need to race, and you can see this from my intentions now. Watch what I do now, because there's a car closing in. So as you see, I'm just going to brake on the straight, stay out the way, let this final car come past, because what's the need in me being involved in Israel? I'm happy to sit. All I'm doing now is I'm coming back out on the track just to regain a bit of the safety rating I might lose from having had that incident. So that's all I'm interested in doing now here, is just sitting behind this guy, whatever pace he wants to do, If he lets me by, he lets me by, but I'm not going to get involved in his race. I'm going to, you know, drive along, give him the space. So as you can see, there's a yellow car off up ahead. Now, I wonder who that yellow car is.
Didn't see anything on my screen. I think it was
that yellow car, I think you'll find, is the same guy that hit us. So he managed to carry on with his race. He didn't have to come into the pit. But again, I'm in 18th now, and the guy in front of me in the white car is in 16th. So this guy in the yellow car is now down in 15th place. So he's down at the back of the field, pretty much out the race now. When we both started right at the front, his race is pretty much over in terms of getting a good result now. So as you see, look, I'm just driving along, happily sitting behind the both of them. So I'll just skip ahead now to where something else happens. So if we just look ahead now, watch the yellow car at the top of the screen. He goes well deep from another car having an incident, totally messes up his braking, nearly takes him out, manages to avoid him, goes off the track. So we're now ahead of him. No issues, no worries, but he's gone off again. So now he's down in 16th place. I'm in 18th place, a lap down. He's now got damage, which he's bound to have from having hit me, and because he's not come in the pit, and he's down in 16th place. So as you can already see, look, we're braking nice and early. We're just backing off this car. We're not in any intent to do anything with this car. We're happy to just let him stay ahead. So we'll just skip ahead again now. Right, so let's just watch now. Watch the car in front. He goes a bit deep in turn 1, but look, we back right off, let him keep going. No intention of overtaking him unless he lets us, because we're in a different race. He apologises. Don't worry, mate, I'm a lap down, I'm happy to sit behind. See, and I just tell him, I'm a lap down, I'm happy to sit behind you. So don't worry about it, I'm happy to sit behind you, but he's slower. So the one thing to watch now, we don't normally brake for this corner, but I do have a slight brake. But look how late he just runs into the back of me there from behind. I know it's a corner you don't brake at, but I've not braked hard or anything. It's only a slight brake, and I've been taken out again.
Quickly.
So let's just go back and watch that again from some other points of view then now. So let's start by just flicking onto Danny Alvarez. Alvarez behind us. So look how much warning he's got. So actually, let's go all the way back. I don't know whether he's got voice chat on, but this is where he can see something's happened, and you can see quite clearly that, look, I've backed off and let that car keep the position. I've not made any attempt to overtake. He's apologised on voice, and I've said, so if he's got voice chat on, he knows that I'm happy to sit behind now, so he should know this. So as we're looking again, we're slow through there because he knows this white car is slow, which he should know. I'm a lap car, happily sitting out the way. The white car's slow, so I have to have a slight brake. And he just doesn't react to it at all. Like, how does he not react? I don't brake hard or anything. And look, right, so where do I start? I start braking here. So he's got plenty of time to see that I'm braking now. Plenty of time to see I'm braking. See I'm braking. Doesn't react, doesn't react, doesn't react. Now brakes, but then lifts straight back off. Look, has such a tiny brake. So late. I'm no longer on the brakes when he decides he's going to brake, and just basically runs straight into the back of me. And you've got to remember, he started at the front like I did. I'm a lap down. He managed to keep going with damage. I had to come into the pits, so I'm totally out the race in 18th. He is only 2 places ahead of me. So the highest he can finish is 15th. That's the highest he is ever going to finish this race, is in 15th place ahead of this white car. So he can see that I've got no intentions, because I was behind him earlier on with the white car. I have no intentions now of racing at all. I'm a lap down. I'm not bothered. I totally understand I brake for this corner where you don't normally brake. But as you've seen, this white car is slower. I do not want to hit this white car and ruin his race, because he is still in the race, not been involved in an incident. Just because he's slower, that doesn't matter. He's entitled to have his race. So, to be careful, because you have to brake as soon as you come round this corner, I've played it safe, had a tap of the brakes before, and let's just go back on board with me. Look, I don't even hit a quarter braking. Look at that, don't even brake over a quarter. maybe just hit a quarter. So a quarter brake I put in. So I've not slammed on, nothing like that. Easy for him to react to this, really easy for him to react. And he just doesn't react at all and just runs straight into the back of me. When, if he's actually watching, he will know as soon as we get to a position and he's by me, I'm going to let him by and let him race with this white car. Because I've got no intention of being involved in their race. I'm just trying to gain safety back. But I've now got another 4X from the same guy that's already hit me once. So actually, he should probably be more careful of me because he knows he's already apologised to me once for accidentally taking me out the race with his own mistake. So surely when he sees it's me again, you're just going to be even more careful. But no, and let's just go back to his view on cockpit view now then. So as we see on cockpit view, let's just play it right forward. So we can see he gets a much better run. Let's play it now. He gets a much better run out the corner. He's gaining on us, gaining on us. There, slight tap of the brake. No reaction, no reaction. Like, how does he not react to that? That's the bit I can't get my head around. Is how does he not react whatsoever to that? That was in full speed. And look how much time he's got. Right, brake. Nothing, nothing, nothing. He has literally the tiniest lift and the tiniest press of brake just before he's about to hit me. Like, he can see that the white car's slow. He knows I'm much faster than the white car because I started at the front near him. So if he's been paying attention to the race, he fully knows that. And he has the guile to call me out saying I was at fault for that. And then I won't repeat anything he said, but he then wrote a fair bit of abuse in the chat, calling me names for what essentially is, as far as I'm concerned, 100% his fault. If I had anchored on at this corner, fair dues him not having time to react. But I have literally just a small tap of the brakes because of the situation. He has so much time to react to it, so much time to react to it, and we're not racing for position. We're right down at the back of the field. There's literally like 2 laps left at this point, 3 laps left at most maybe, and yet this is how he decides he's going to react. Oh, is he saying he's in 14th position? So other cars must have had incidents because it was 15th and 16th that those 2 cars were. So there must have been 2 cars that had quit out that we've overtook in the meantime. But still, he's down in 14th position. I'm in 18th. So if those cars have quit out, actually, I'm probably going to go up a couple of positions as well when I've unlapped myself from them. So he started in the top 3. I think he started second, this guy. So, or was he? No, he was third. One he started in front of me. So he was third, I was 5th. So he's 14th. What's he going to do? The most he's going to get is 1 more position because he's not fighting me for position. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. But pure stupidity. And I wasn't going to say anything about it or do a video, but I'm doing the video purely because of how he called me out. And these are the toxic people that just ruin racing sometimes because, you know, it's just 100% his fault. And the first one is his fault. It's an accident, but it's his fault. He crashed. I couldn't avoid him. So it's his fault, but it's an accident, so I don't care. But this one, not only to hit me, to then have the cheek to blame me for it, and then call me every name under the sun as well, is just incredible as far as I'm concerned. So if you liked it, please feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.